So, we can meditate. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamshachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnang Bande Jagadgurum. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We salute Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of the demons Kamsa and Chanura, the dear darling of the mother Devaki, and the Guru of the universe. We salute him again and again. Om, peace, peace, peace. So we are reading the Bhagavad Gita, and we are in this chapter number 4. Last time we read that I am being infinite on the page 274. We read verse number 6 of chapter 4. And there he said that Bhagavan says that Ajopi Sannabhayatma, though I am unborn, and Abhayatma, imperishable by my nature, Bhutanam Ishwaropi San, being the Lord of the whole creation and universe, I Sambhavami means I appear as a human personality again and again. Sambhavami, by my Maya, Atma Mayaya. In page 275 you can find the English transliteration. Prakriting swam adhisthaya. It is by controlling my own prakriti. Prakriti means not my own prakriti, means the three. Prakriti means the sattva, raja, tamas, this nature. That subjugating my prakriti, I come into again this body again and again by Maya Shakti, by my power. It is my power, I appear again and again. And why do I come? That verse number 7 on page 276, we read that yada yada hi dharmasya, very popular quote, all the time people quote it. Whenever there is a decline, yada 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 hi dharmasya, glanir bhavati bharata, there becomes a decline of dharma, righteousness, uprise of the unrighteousness increases in the society. Tada atmanam, I myself, human personality, whenever there is a decline of dharma and uprising of the adharma, unrighteous feelings and society, when it is always, I recreate myself, I appear and reappear again and again. So, that was we did. He says that dharma is verily the karma that is conducive to man's growth and progress. Always dharma means some types of activity, and that dharma means that activity which helps one to move towards the growth and spiritual progress of a personality. And that what impedes them, that is called adharma. So what are the two definitions of dharma and adharma? That type of action, it is both action. One action which releases us from bondage and takes us to a better life and better spiritual personality, that is called dharma. And that which takes us in the opposite direction, at the destruction of our own nature, pure nature, all negative thoughts and actions, they are called adharma. At every time, adharma prevails and prevents man's evolution everywhere in the society. Society is all individual life and society. There is no difference between individual life and society, because the society is a combination of individuals. So in the individuals become dharmic, means does some action which is conducive to spiritual growth, harmony, welfare of all, love and compassion and all these noble traits, that is called dharma. And when the society goes with other just opposite type of that action which leads them and the whole society as a result to downgrade journey for humanity to beastly nature, asuric nature, so that is called adharma. And of course, all the time in the society we find we want justice, no? Where is justice? All ideal justice. Everyone, communist people are saying they are to create the justice, they are communist. Autocrats are saying, yes, we are autocrat because to do good to the world, I am doing like that. So, democracy also, I am doing only to do the good, I am here. Everyone says so, but really society is always tending towards the downgrade journey as it were. So sometimes in the society, that's why it is very difficult to find that dharmic. That's why the whole Mahabharata we stand for dharmic, only for dharma, what is right action to be done. Arjuna has been given to do that under so much of difficulties and sufferings. Duryodhana, because adharmic, he prevailed in the society and ruled over the country, enjoyed the kingdom and all types of what's called princely or royal royal things, whereas the Arjuna and his brothers and Mother Kunti and Draupadi, they suffered in the being just in the going in absolutely hiding themselves for 14 years here and there. What type of life, and whole life they suffered. So that's why, so in the society, it is always adharma is more prevalent and dharma is less expressed. That's why the ideal society is when dharma prevails. Yudhishthir, when he became king, they said that is the most great. Ashok, when he was the king, he became the greatest dharmic king. And the people live in peace, harmony, joy, and all respect. And so people are happy people. But every society is most infected with it. That's why every time adharma prevails and it prevents human evolution of prosperity, spiritual prosperity, material prosperity. First of all, material prosperity, education, all these are blocked. Afghanistan you go, they are all education for the women is blocked. Bangladesh you go, all after having this all any good thing is all blocked. Good people, they are all new changes what has happened in there. It has brought all the Pakistan and other forces that as is suffering, Pakistan is suffering. So we hear that it is also happening there. Restlessness, no security for the women, and also the poverty, this, that, and if you, for greed and all this, they're burning the house of someone just to get that property in their hand, and the name of religion. So in Calcutta you go, you are getting the news of Calcutta, the horrible thing in hospital. There are doctors, minor doctors are being totally killed and raped and killed and all this. It is an inhuman society as it were. So sometimes we question, where is truth, where is democracy, where is judgment, So that is the society. Sometimes there is evil and good. Sometimes most of the time there prevails adharma, unrighteousness. And that society suffers, the individual suffers. Life becomes miserable. So that's why the need, therefore, the cosmic intelligence embodies itself. Therefore, it is beyond the capacity of anyone to correct this. Ordinary people, good people, there are so many good people in the society. As in a classroom, 50 class boys and girls are there, one or two naughty person, boy and girl, can disturb the whole class, make a mess of it, everything. No? In a class, we hear suddenly some crazy boy comes and with a gun and shoots and kills 10, 12 children. No? See, no reason and rhyme, no? That's why it is sometimes it happens so rampant in the society. Then it goes beyond the capacity of ordinary person. God himself has to come down, that the cosmic intelligence takes a human body to mend all these things. It is humanly impossible. That's why only God can correct it. That's why we find in Chundi and other places, even the gods dethroned of their kingdom, going to pray to the gods means other gods, lower gods. The one god, which is Brahman plus Maya, that god, Ishvara, goes to pray, "Oh Lord, this is going on, we are helpless, we are dethroned, please help." Then Narayana said, "Yes, I am coming." And then he dawns and then kills the demons, like Rama and Krishna, like that. So every age it happens, and their advent out of compassion, God himself comes. Because it is not possible for ordinary people to correct these type of devils who live in the human body and destroys the peace of all. So that cosmic intelligence then embodies itself, and as a matter of course, and that's why we say avatars, they are avatars. Now today, why he comes? So being coming down, what he does then? What is the duty of incarnation? We understand adharma, unrighteousness, is so rampant. To bring balance, God comes himself because it is not the power of anyone to correct it. But what he comes and does, then this verse says, 8th verse, Paritranayo sadhunam, Paritranayo sadhunam, Vinashaya cha duskritam, Vinashaya cha duskritam, Dharma sangsthapanarthayo, Dharma sangsthapanarthayo, Sambhavami yuge yuge, Sambhavami yuge yuge. So, this is the statement of Bhagavan Krishna, yuge yuge, in every age, yuge yuge. What is the purpose of my coming? Paritranayo sadhunam. Sadhu means holy people, sadhu means holy good people in the society, those who are righteous people, who are trying to lead a dharmic life, that type of people, to paritrana. Paritrana means to redeem them, to protect them, the sadhus, the holy people, the good people, and vinashaya cha duskritam, destroying the evil-minded people, or you can say the evil, better term will be to destroy the evil and means to support that which is good. God comes down. He says, Vinasaya cha duskritam. Vinasaya means the destruction of the duskriti means the wicked people. Dharma and third purpose, three purpose. Dharma sangsthapanarthayo. I want to re-establish what is called dharma. That's why we say Ramakrishna as Sarva Dharma Sthapakastam. You are the establisher of dharma. So Bhagavan, when he comes, he re-establishes the dharma. What does it mean? Dharma is the righteousness, not the ritualistic things. People get into it, and in the name of rituals, they think that they are becoming spiritual. And they go into that ritual, forgetting the ideal, then they say, my ritual is correct versus your ritual is wrong. Naturally, they get into fight and kill each other. But forgetting the real purpose, what is the purpose of ritual? Purpose of ritual is to purify ourselves and to get the wisdom inside. So three purposes we find. Paritranaya sadhunam, for the protection of the good people, holy people, noble people. Second purpose, vinashaya cha duskritam, the destruction of the wicked. And third purpose is for the establishment of dharma. Dharma sanghasthapanarthaya, to re-establish dharma. What is dharma? People get lost into that. And then every time, sambhavami, I will be appearing or create myself, bring myself into existence in human form. Again and again and again. Here is the distinction between the other religions. They say, God has come, that they accept. Christ has come, it's good, but it is last. And what he has said, that's all, nothing beyond. Muslim will say, Allah has sent Muhammad, and through him, whatever revelation happened, that's the last. He is avatar, but the last avatar. No addition, no correction. Whatever is written in the Quran, final. Only Hinduism will say, Arey, that is also true. It was for that time period, what was necessity, for the good of the society of that time, what is the prevalent problem of that time. And now time has changed. Problems are different. That's why Sri Ramakrishna came. Rama came. Rama had to come, being born. If you read the Ramayana, you will find that he is born from childhood. His work is to destroy the Asuras, the, what you call, the Pishachas and others. What they do? They are disturbing the Brahmins and holy people are trying to do homo fire and Vedic rituals. They will throw things from above or somewhere to put the fire off, put up the fire and desecrate their worship place and create all types of trouble so that they cannot perform any spiritual practice. So he has to kill them, one by one. It's a physical asura, physical demons. Krishna came, Kangsha, what a worst king, like Herod. So it is to destroy that. He came, and he had to play a little role of love also. That is in the childhood, when he was in Vrindavan, Krishna played with the gopis and the cowherd boys. Wonderful, playful days. And then, but he has to kill. He has to kill demons all over India and create a new country where there will be no such bad kings there. They replacing them with some good people and in the war winning them. So that was his purpose that time. And now Ramakrishna came. He didn't come with a sword or weapon. But he also established dharma for the protection of the holy people. Why? He has given the spirituality a model. This is called spirituality. This is called dharma. Establishing dharma. Not going to temple and Ramakrishna's example and taking a dip in the Ganga, one becomes pure. Unless spiritual practice and righteous behavior and honest living is there, it is not possible. That's why he expressed what is dharma by his own life, by dedicating towards God, only God and God and God. I mean, the highest ideal have been placed before the society. And he lived in a society where he went to all religious groups of people, uninvited, and then corrected their methodology by involving them in practice, in practicing love of God, practicing devotion, so that they can make religion, that path, purify that path. He didn't destroy any religious direction. Like the Hare Krishna, he sing and dance in the name of Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. But he has injected the dharma, which is that it is called the spiritual experience of love and crying and dive deep into the prayers, that he injected into them. He went to the Islam. Islamic person is Ramakrishna is practiced himself Islam, and he showed what is Islam. It is the vision, it is the experience of God. That is Islam. That is love. That's why he gave the example when he was moving in the Calcutta with a carriage, horse-driven carriage, and his carriage was passing by a mosque, which is called Nakhoda Mosque. Now it is also in there, Nakhoda Mosque in near College Street. And he was going, and suddenly he was sitting in the carriage without telling anything. He tried to stop the carriage and came down and ran inside the mosque. And there he went and he embraced a Muslim fakir. And that Muslim fakir was with the tearful eyes saying, "Oh pyare, oh my beloved, Aja, Aja, oh pyare, Aja, Aja. Please come, oh my beloved Lord, come, with tears." And Ramakrishna went and embraced him. He wanted to say that this is called religion. This is the dharma. Not in the name of Islam you go and terrorize everybody. My religion is higher. That is not the intention of Islam dharma. Islam, to establish dharma, what is in Islam, is Sufism. They get merged into the consciousness of the divine, and absorbed in the love of God, See, the love, Rumi and others, they are internalizing the thing, and they are showing an example what is called Islam. So that every religion have this key point there. But when it loses its sanctity, it is only becomes the rituals and forms. That's why Swamiji's most famous statement we always say, doctrines and dogmas, rituals and forms, mosques, temples and mosques, they are all, but they are then important secondary details. How you go, what you eat nutritious food, that's the point. What item you take, with what spices you take, these are not much important. Your system may suit one type, my system may suit another type. Eat food. That's why Ramakrishna said, So be spiritual, not talk about God, but realize. So this is the cream of religion, what Sri Ramakrishna came and established. Religion was there, Hinduism was there, with all its divisions were there, Sankhya was there, Vedanta was there, what not? Even the left-handed tantra, right-handed practice, left-handed practice, bhakti, and Jainism, Christianity, Islam, everyone was there. But he added as a God, he came and put tremendous energy in the society, and it is percolating through the society, consciously or unconsciously, going to everyone to change the entire wheel of life cycle. So this is the paritranaya sadhana. So three purpose God incarnates. Here they destroy the evil people, no. The evil from the mind of people. But sometimes it is in a gross form, sometimes in a subtle form. And this time Ramakrishna came in the subtlest of the form. Not did anything from outside. Outside is a very simple, ordinary person. But by his look, by his touch, he can transform the society. And that impact is so harmless and harmonious and peace-bringing. So that's the purpose. Paritrana sadhunam, or the sadhu qualities in the society. And destruction of that which is inauspicious or which is destructive to human progress in spiritual life, material life and spiritual life. That's why so Ramakrishna's formula is kama kanchan, get out of that. All the evil comes because of this selfish motivation for fulfilling one's own lust and greed. So that is the generalized principle. Pay attention to that, whatever religion you follow. So that is the second point. And third point, dharma is established by these two processes. So these are the three things. Purgation is an unfailing process of nature. The cleansing takes place at all levels in various ways. In the agricultural field, it goes on as weeding and manuring. When the wicked become more in number in the world, dharma would not thrive in that midst. You plant some seeds, and when there is too much weeds, and throw your seeds, the seeds will be there, but they will not be able to manifest themselves or survive themselves because the weeds are taking away their whole energy. Suppose you live in a society, your next door neighbor is every day throwing something which is irritative. Say Hindus don't like beef. It's a sacrilege, no? For them it is adharma to touch beef. They may touch other things, but beef is for negation for them. But anyhow, in Bangladesh I hear the neighboring person will start irritating, throwing the bones of the cow bones, beef throwing in their home. I was there one time in Bangladesh. One gentleman, one devotee came and crying and weeping. They think, my God, what shall we do? They every day throwing broken bulbs in my pathway to enter into the room. My daughter, I do not know. I go every day to put her to school, but I cannot go. Whether she will come back that day or she will be taken away somewhere, we have no security. Every day with anxieties and this and that. So this is the condition. How can you survive there? A good person could forget, and you enter every day's living is become a subject of fear, anxiety, worries, survival. They say that I do not know. Every day I call upon God, and the girl also salutes us before going to school, probably the last day. You do not know going to school. No security. So this type of environment, what the question of how will you want to think of God? There is no provision for that. So that's why this destruction of the evil tendencies need wonderful, glaring example before us. That's why God comes as an example of the highest ideal of righteousness. And there is no negativity in that incarnation, purest of the pure form. Such is when the wicked become more in number in the world, dharma would not thrive in their midst. I hear that day when Hasina, who was in Bangladesh Prime Minister, she was, the military upheaval came in one night and said, sign here and get out. So she, anyhow, neighboring country India, so she is now in India. But that night, ransacking this temple and destroying here, there, burning houses, these, that. Not only Hindus, also Muslims, weaker Muslims with the stronger Muslims took opportunity of all that. Just acquiring others' property. Police is not taking any care, military is just observing. So, whole country was in mess. And I heard in the Bangladesh border about 100,000, 200,000 people are just waiting to cross Bangladesh border. So this is the question. out of nothing, suddenly it happened and the whole society is suffering about that. Until it is a traumatic experience going on, I do not know what is going on now. So this our question is that how can you just live in a society where so much of fear, anxiety, worries every day, survival. So that's why wicked become more in number. In the world, dharma would not thrive there. There you cannot expect any righteous behavior, anything which will help humanity to progress or individual soul to develop in their spiritual thought. War, pestilence, famine, and such like forces inevitably come in both to strike a balance of the population and to set aright the perverts. And that's why you find that when it is happening parallelly, suddenly I hear that there is a heavy flood, heavy rain and flood, whole Bangladesh, in Barishal and other areas I heard. It's a tremendous, after this just aftermath, nature's revenge. Again people are, so it's a pathetic situation. So that is the result of bad karma. Society suffers so much. That's why he says, the war, pestilence, famine and such like forces inevitably come in both to strike a balance of the population and to set aright the perverts. So to destroy the good and evil, suddenly you can find that there is a transformation is happening by nature itself. Among the three gunas, predominance of the rajas and tamas aggravates when adharma subsides. Anger, frustration, brutality. All this will be dominant then. When there is adharma, unrighteousness prevails more. And when dharma prevails, naturally the opposite. People are peaceful, people are friendly to each other. Suppose in this country also, 20, 30, 40 years ago, how the society was there, how much loving, how much caring, how much supporting to each other. And now you look at the society, how much people are becoming selfish, how much they are becoming intolerant, how much going to drugs, drinking, all this. There was, but this is the how much proportionately in the society is things are going on. So it is really, we look at the society and actually what happens, it is adharma subsides. Rajas is hood and dharma is lowered down. Tamas and rajas quality, when it gets its upheaval, rajas is good. Rajas can be connected with sattva quality also. You do action, for reaching sattva means love, compassion, serving others, doing good to others. This is all, you need some action. This is called rajas. But rajas can be connected with tamas also. Brutality, in all this indolence and all this beastly nature can be added with the karma. Karma can be, a gun can be used there for protection of innocent, and gun can be used for killing innocent. So both ways. So instrument is the same, but its action connected with sattva quality or connected with raja quality. Work is necessary in both places. Say now I hear that some of our centers in Bangladesh, they are afraid of their own protection. So now still, as is the principle, they are just trying to help go with the cooked food and dry food, etc., to distribute among the people who are stuck in the rains and someone living on the boat. And some house is gone, their mud house. In India, the Bangladesh poor people live in that. So they are standing on the water, no rescue. And see, they are going with the boat to help them, give them some food. And they are seeing that there are Muslims are also helping them, but they come with food, with the beef. And child is crying for food. Mother will not take that because it is given beef. Muslims are giving the food that way. So it is called, work is good, Ramakrishna mission is going and giving food to everyone, not to destroy their feelings and emotions, anything. Just food is food. Give it and hands off. But there's a sattvika quality connected with rajas. Raja is action. Action inclined to sattvika quality for helping, for serving others. And here is the serving, tamas quality mixed with the action. This is also action with tamas quality. So that's why it is said 3 gunas are the dominant thing in the world, and predominance of rajas and tamas, that will aggravate that which is called adharma, unrighteousness, and which threatens to topple down the social fabric. It destroys the peace of the people in the society, destroys the harmony and balance in the society. The function of the incarnation is to induce sattvika quality. Whenever God comes, you see, after all the demons are destroyed, then what happens? The society becomes more peaceful, happy, because there is, people can live it. This country was, Swamiji when he came, how he praised this country for freedom. And he said how immigrants are coming in New York. And he has with a ragged cloth and this and that. And now within few days he stands up. He moves with the sea, so other equal with others, equal opportunity for all, and etc., whatever. So that is the sattvika turn, and that is the purpose of this God to come and influence the society in that direction. But again, tamas and rajas enters into it more, and destroys that balance, and people become downgrade journey they start. Along with it, dharma begins to thrive when the function of the incarnation is to induce the sattvika quality, the main and foremost of the 3 gunas, which is to induce into the society. So, when God appears, with his tremendous spiritual power, with his tremendous energy, he tries to induce these noble qualities in the society. Along with it, dharma begins to thrive when they come. And when Ramakrishna came, we heard that whole Calcutta, there are so many different types of people are practicing different, at least they are practicing. Different philosophies have been lectured here and there. People are centered around religion. That's a, and after the passing away of all those died away, those momentary movements in spiritual traditions, and then mainstream division remains the same: bhakti, jnana, temple worship, but with a refined idea. But still people do as their own nature goes on. So a balance of power among the 3 gunas is necessary for social order to work on right lines. Now, but is the living of righteous life on earth an end in itself, or its means for some other end? So what is this purpose? Only social living. God comes and gives an opportunity for everyone to thrive in the society. Is that the only purpose? No. To make them spiritual. That is the final goal. So next verse number 9, he says, Yanma karma chame divyam, yanma karma chame divyam, evam yo vetti tattata, evam yo vetti tattata, taktva deham punarjanma, taktva deham punarjanma, naiti mameti so Arjuna, naiti mameti so Arjuna. Janma, karma, my birth. When Avatar comes, his holy descent, his birth, people remember, oh, Christ came. See how the Christian world celebrates the birth of Christ, no? And it brings the spiritual fervor in the whole community. Child of birth, Christmas occasion we celebrate, and that's the auspicious occasion. It evokes spirituality in us. Sri Ramakrishna came in certain time, and when he thinks of Ramakrishna's advent, it is called Immaculate Birth. Christ is called Immaculate Birth. These are all these pure. You can think of that, it becomes really, sometimes it is it possible? Well, yeah, God creates this whole universe. What is impossible for Him? And you may say that, no, something was there. But no. You look at Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna's father was in Gayadham. Ramakrishna's mother was in Kamarpukur. Distance of those days are walking distance. It is not, there is no car, first driven trains or things. It takes at least 1 month to come from Gayadham here. Walking, or having some. But here Ramakrishna's father is having the vision of Lord Narayana Gadadhara, coming in the vision of his father. He was sleeping in the campus of the Gaya temple, Vishnu temple, Narayana temple. And Narayana came, said, "Oh, Khudiram, I am very pleased with you for your service. I want to be born as a child." Then in the dream itself, Khudiram said, No, don't do that, sir. I am a poor Brahmin. You are the Lord of the world. How shall I maintain you? I cannot make my food hand to mouth. Because he's honest Brahmin. So day and night does the puja and meditation. And what is the earning? Earning, you need to do some business or something. So I cannot maintain you. But God insisted that I will manage my things. You need not have to worry about that. See? That is one part. And now at the same time now, Mother Chandra Devi, she is standing before the Shiva temple talking with the Dhani, the neighboring lady. And suddenly she saw that the Shiva Lingam has become lighted, and the whole inner sanctum and sanctorium of the temple is filled with light. And then he saw that the light is gushing towards her and it is entering into her. And she felt that there's some baby is born there. Here is father, here is mother, and baby is born. And when came back, her husband came back, and she said, "No, you are not here." And I felt like that, what is this? And husband should have said something else. But the husband smiling said, "Oh, is it so? Don't tell anybody. The Lord God is coming in our home." And it is said that when the baby, the holy mother, Chandra Devi, when she was, you can come here, please, light. It's good. So Chandra Devi, then her beauty becomes so beautiful. She's an old lady that time. Old lady means after many 3, 4, 5 children. About in those days. Now old in those days 40 is old. And the village women, they are chit-chatting. What a beauty, look at her. She has become so young. Probably she is having a baby, but she will not survive this time. And the mother is seeing gods and goddesses coming. We hear about the what is called Saraswati, Mother Lakshmi. So she is seeing in the physical way, some god is walking. And he is asking, "Oh, did you see my son?" His son Ramkumar has gone into the next village to do some priestly work. He is not coming. He is being late to come back after finishing the puja probably. And Ma is thinking, "Oh, where is my son? When he will come? It is late. He is asking not any man or woman. One goddess appearing. Vision of gods and goddesses are like simple, like as I see you. So see the environment, what is the environment before his coming. What Thakur said also, no? When the king comes to a poor subject's home, so the king what he sends his all furnitures and other things beforehand. Because he is coming, he will have to, I will marry myself. So he is arranging his own things before coming even. So that is the purpose, that they are coming. Already righteousness, purity, love, all are generating there. and see this is called Janma Karma Divyam. Divyam means it's all divine. It is not human. It is not ordinary. We are born in one way, we live in another way, but when Bhagavan comes, his life is different. The Christ, even when he is a young boy, no? Yes, mom missed the baby, the child, and came back and then don't find where is my baby, child. And then they came back to the other temple where they lived and saw that Christ, the baby child, is giving a sermon there. And mom said, we are searching for you and you are sitting. And what Christ said? Am I not to do my father's work? They are born to do something. Ramakrishna, he is going to see some play. And in those days, in Indian lores, there are so much spiritual values of each song, each play. And he instantly learns all these things and makes an entertainment with his friends. And the friends are enjoying the presence of a divine, that's why divine play of the Lord. They are enjoying. And they are great. They are called also great because they are born to enjoy the presence of the Lord in human form. So that they are great sages maybe of the previous life. So they come and they enjoy that presence of that. So here is the Dibya. That's why it is divine. Their janma is the birth, and their karma, their actions, what they do. Janma, karma. So me means of the incarnation, I as Krishna. Divyam is divine. Evam, thus, who knows? Divyam. Evam jo vetti tattvato. One who knows that I am not ordinary. I appear like a human being, but I am the divine. It is all my actions, all my birth, action, death, everything is divine. People think of any part of my life, they will be purified by thinking itself. So, taktva deham, if they live like that, when they give up their body, punarjanma, again to be born, that they will not attain any more rebirth. They will not have to go through any rebirth anymore. On the other way, they will mam eti. Mam means me. They reach me. They will reach me by... See, this is the great purpose of Bhagavan. See, Krishna came, Rama came. You go to India, people are living with Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Lila. In India, there is a very good practice. They will be singing and dancing and playing as if Krishna is playing, dancing, singing. So seeing those ordinary people, they need not know any philosophy or anything. They, watching them, they imbibe, their heart becomes pure. Ramakrishna's birth, death, when you think about that, we used to remember when we were young children, and Swamiji's idea, Ramakrishna Mission used to, sadhus used to come to make a presentation of slide shows. This time no electricity, so they used to put a kerosene stove, a lamp, no? Lantern, and then put it in that projection machine. And used to see Ramakrishna's birthplace, Ramakrishna's life, and they made slides like that, and all the whole group of people, hundreds and thousands will be sitting and enjoying, and they will be charged with the love for God, the pure love of God. So they go back with a purer heart. So if anyone thinks of him and divine his action, all his actions, Ramakrishna going to Calcutta, you follow him. Ramakrishna coming back from Brahmo Samaj, or Ramakrishna visiting Vijaya Krishna Goswami, this Pandit Sasodhar is coming, or any other incident we remember, this is just action. But keeping my thought in that action, you see, I remain in awareness with God, a living God. And that is the purpose, so that ages together, thousands and thousands of years afterwards, people will think about the life and actions of these holy people. Christ, 2000 years gone. But people think of Jerusalem, people think of the Holy Land, people think of his birth and action. That's a big thing, no? And that purifies them, the lila. That's why they come to enact this also, just so that if he is God, he can, by wish, he can change the mind, no? Why he has to come back to kill Kangsha? It's not necessary. He is God, he can change the mind. Yes, he can do that. But he comes to exactly show this to the world, that this is destroyed this way. You think of the lila. That's why we say 3 types of meditation. Rupadhyana, think of the form of Ramakrishna or Krishna or whatever is your ishtam. Then you think of the divine play of Ramakrishna or Krishna or Rama or Chaitanya or whatever. And third is the tattva, the absolute non-dual ideology. So 3 types of meditation. So this helps for the mediocre people. We also, when you cannot meditate, really the form is not coming, we are repeating mantra, mind is running here and there. You can take one part of Ramakrishna's life story and just make a mental image of that, and you can move on, reading one part of the gospel, 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs with description. Sri Ramakrishna now standing, Sri Ramakrishna now raising his hand, and it's the ecstatic music, and then someone is, Rakhal is holding him. All this description, that is a living presence of divine can be felt. That is also another purpose. So that is the 9th verse. Okay, your time is up, but I read the translation quickly. He who thus knows my divine birth and action in true light, having dropped the duty body, comes not to birth again, but comes unto me. So they will come to me, O Arjuna. The unborn Ishvara puts on the appearance of the birth and growth by his divine power. Similarly, the actionless entity stages holy activities for the good of the world. He comes. Those spiritual men who intuit these facts about the Lord are able to live unaffected by the world, even as the incarnation does. Ultimately, while yet in the human frames, and after casting them off, these blessed ones get themselves merged in the Absolute. So those who practice that, while they live with God, with the God's thought, and when they drop their body, they merge into the Lord God who they have thought so many years. So it is helping the individual, ordinary people like us, to keep our mind in the thought of the Lila, divine play, and that helping us to meditate on the pure divine incarnation, and then make our heart pure. And then when our body drops, we can merge into his blessed state of Satchidananda nature. So pondering over the play of the divine as the human is a sure means to get at this great goal of God realization. Okay, so we end here. We will read the verse number 10 next time. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanam Astu.